right. Well, hello, hello. How you doing today? So good to
What's
see
up,
you.
Paul? I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you. We're so happy to have you on today to talk about a couple of shows that are just so cool and just so different. And so you got to be excited right now.
Oh yeah, very excited. There's just a lot of good, fun things happening, which is always fun.
Yeah, of course. Well, of course, what you do is kind of an enviable thing because you get to voice some of the biggest things, something that just broke a Guinness Book of World Records, yet you probably still go to the grocery store and not be bothered,
Oh no, I stopped going to the grocery store midway through season one. I don't do much normal stuff anymore. It's too nah, I'm better than that now. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, of course, dude. I'm just a regular guy. You know, a guy who when he was a kid dreamt of doing what he's doing now. So for me it's pretty much just I don't know, every day is a fun new
Yeah,
experience. So yeah.
yeah, and of course, people are very, very excited. Tell us about this Guinness Book of World Records thing. It's such a cool thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, apparently Jujutsu Kaisen is the most in-demand anime in the world. So you know they, however Guinness figures that out, I don't know. But yeah, I mean it's pretty crazy. People ask me often like, "Oh, did you know that that was going to be the case when you auditioned for it?" And I'm like, you know, I've been doing this long enough that you don't hang your hat on any hype anytime. Um,
Yeah,
you wait until checks have cleared. Even if you've worked on something, you could be cut out of it. You just never know. Um, so yeah, there's no way I could have known that this was going to grow to be as massive as it is, which has been just incredible, life changing.
yeah.
So yeah.
And what a crazy show too. I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen anything just quite like it. And so when you get a script like this, or when you figure out that this is what you're doing, you must think, I got to do this, right?
Sorry, you said when I get a script like this, I gotta. What
You,
was the
you
part?
just you must think I got to do this because it's just so
Oh
strange and
yeah.
different.
Yeah, I mean, I always say JJK kind of ticks off all the boxes. Like, not only do I like it, but fans like it, and it's well received. And most projects will hit one or two of those, but it won't always hit all three. And um, yeah, I mean, just reading the scripts and or the manga in particular, it was like, oh, it's familiar. What I love about what Gege the author does is it's familiar enough that it feels like something you know, but he tweaks it just a little bit so it's different than what you've seen before. So yeah, it's a truly special project, and yeah, I'm very lucky to be working on it.
Yeah, and very surprising too. My son even wanted to know, did you know did you know it was going to be so sad
Oh, I mean,
or
when I
not as
first
happy?
yeah, yeah, when I first started reading the manga, um, no, I couldn't have imagined where it was gonna go. And then obviously season two of the anime was just people ask me all the time, they're like, "Did you have fun?" I'm like, "No, it was traumatizing. I needed therapy after that." No, not quite that bad, but but yeah, it's you know, especially my character Yuji, he has a lot of stuff happen to him and he loses friends and he never quite has that moment um where he gets to have the revenge or he gets to be the one to fix things. And in a way, I really love that as a main character. You know, his whole thing is just keep going no matter what happens to you. You have to just keep going. And he's
Yeah.
relentless. He's relentless, and I really like that about him.
Mhm. Well, and we have another season coming up to look forward to. I'm sure you can only say so much, right?
Yeah, you know, we don't know exact release date yet. There's a movie coming that's a compilation movie of the first 5 episodes of season two, so that'll be out in July. But that's the flashback, so I won't be in that compilation because I wasn't in those 5 episodes. And I'm assuming that on the heels of the release of that movie in July is when we'll get a more specific timeline for when they'll release season three for us. So hanging tight until then, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, and then of course the other show is Kaiju, which is another one that's kind of really really crazy and really fun too, right?
Yeah, yeah. Kaiju number eight's been amazing. Season two of that comes out in July. We just had the movie release for that, which was a season one compilation. That movie was fun because it included like an additional bonus episode where one of the characters, Hoshina, has a day off, and then my character Ichikawa and another Iharu, his friend, basically trail him. He's one of the teachers there at the Defense Force. So yeah, that show's been amazing, and that show is doing crazy numbers for Crunchyroll, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're releasing the English and Japanese at the same time. They've also had bands like One Republic and Youngblood doing the intros and the outros for it. So yeah, I'm very excited for Kaiju. That project caught me off guard. I found out that I was going to be working on it after season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen had ended. And at the end of season 2 of JJK, I was kind of like, man, I need a little break from this character. I need a break from Yuji. It's just so heavy week after week. And then I found out I got Kaiju number 8, and I knew it was going to be cool because it just looks cool, but I didn't realize how funny it was going to be. And I just love that about it. I love that it's still really cool, but the humor is just amazing. So highly recommended. If anyone listening or watching or whatever has not watched Kaiju number 8 yet and is looking for a new anime, it's only 12 episodes, super quick watch, and season 2 comes out in July, so you don't have to wait, forever for the next season.
I love it, and I understand you had a pretty big pop culture moment too, doing the voice that crossed over into our world, right?
Which one is that? What do you mean?
Oh yeah, with a certain rapper, right?
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh yeah. Yes, I am on Megan the Stallion's new album, Otaku Hot Girl is the name of the song. And yeah, what a weird thing. Again, just a testament to anime and the reach and the popularity and the ever-growing like confidence people who have been fans for a really long time now have to then uh I don't know, let their nerdy flag fly, I guess you could say. And even, people popular like Megan the Stallion and actors like oh gosh, Chris Hemsworth and stuff. Yeah, he was at the Demon Slayer movie premiere. So, everyone's a fan of this stuff. So it's fun that we're all in it together.
Yeah. And so, what did she have you do?
So she licensed the audio from a TikTok that I made back in 2021, where instead of saying the line from Jujutsu Kaisen, which is my name's or I like a tall woman with a nice big ass, like
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence, I changed the line and I put it on my TikTok as a joke to say I like a tall woman with a nice big ass, like Grammy winner Megan the Stallion. And she clipped that, and it opens up her song Otaku Hot Girl, which is hilarious.
Amazing. Oh, that's so cool. Well, and of course, people look up to what you're doing right now, and they think, "See, this is what I want to do." So, what kind of advice would you give them?
Um, you know, there's a million things you could do. Take acting classes is one of them. Make sure you like acting before you kind of venture into it if you're starting fresh. If you are sort of seasoned and you're wanting to get into VO already, so you have an acting background, there's a million ways you can do it. TikTok is a huge resource these days, social media, obviously, like other social media. Um, as soon as I realized that networking was all about just making friends and how you can help other people versus how people can help you, it sort of changed the game for me. I love making connections for my friends, and the side effect of that is people then think of you for things as well because you're looking out for them. And yeah, what other advice? I would say a lot of people will tell you that it's hard, but to be good at anything is hard. To be a CEO of a company is really difficult, but why wouldn't you want to strive for that? So just keep going. Whether you're early stages in the thick of it, just don't give up. And if they're casting something, if there is a job to get, that means someone has to get it, and it might as well be you. That's my
Yeah,
that's
love that. Well said. So, my co-host is Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys. Caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame. We got to ask you your Hail Mary moment, that moment in your life or career. You just had to go for it. It worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for you?
Ooh, dang man, I've been grinding for a long time.
Yeah.
This is my 27th year in the industry,
Wow.
and I've pretty much been able to make a living at it since I started. Been very, very fortunate. My Hail Mary. It's sort of like a little side quest, actually. My Hail Mary was probably in around 2010, 2009, 2010. So in acting, there's a
Mhm.
little hack that you can do when you're trying to get by. Okay. And it's basically if you book a job, usually they're one-off jobs. If you book a job, you do the job, and then as soon as you're done, you file for unemployment. And then you take unemployment. And so you get $400 a week on unemployment until your next job, and it floats you. And you save your money, whatever you made from that job, you save it, but you take unemployment. Well, at some point in 2009 or 2010, I had this epiphany that receiving $400 a week from the government was holding me back. And I
Mhm.
was like, this is keeping me, because there's a thing, like if I was to go out and make money that week, if I made $300, they would only give me $100. So I was only ever making $400 unless I
Mhm.
made more than $400, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So I was like, this is holding me back. Um, and I said, I have more faith in myself that I can generate more income for myself than the government is just giving me. So I went home that day. I canceled my unemployment, which is kind of a little hail mary,
Yeah,
hail
sure
mary.
is.
And I decided to start a company, a non-entertainment related company. So I started a photo booth rental company that basically the idea for me was, you know what, I'm going to do this. It'll take my focus off having so much pressure when I walk into auditions, but it will also allow me financial freedom to then have the mental capacity to walk in and have no pressure on me when I do my auditions.
Mhm.
So I started that in 2011. It took me about 6 months or so to get that off the ground. Started that in 2011. That was totally a Hail Mary play. I spent all my savings on a photo booth to buy a photo booth that I could then rent out. I created a Google listing, Yelp page, all that stuff. I started working pretty in renting stuff pretty much right away. Then, about a year and a half later, I booked the Disney series that I did, Star versus the Forces of Evil. Um, and all of it sort of just took off at the same time. That photo booth rental company, I still have it.
Oh,
Um,
amazing.
pre-COVID, we were doing about 250 events a year. I had 5 full-time employees. Um, it was very busy, and what it allowed me to do was have complete financial freedom. So it allowed me to, I did what I had to do in order to do what I love to do, which is acting.
Mm.
And now, as soon as those two things pretty much took off at the same time, because once I got on the Disney series, it was, a regular job, a regular working job, and all that stuff. And it's been the same since that time. So I've had 2 full-time jobs, I'll say, for the last 12 years. But I would say taking that risk and doing that was probably my Hail Mary that set me on a trajectory of success.
I love that. And so what is it that you keep in mind when you're about to either go in that booth or you put on the headphones and you're about to do those voices that keeps you on the right path? Because we talk about that success mindset a lot, and a lot of it is that focus or drive
Yeah.
that you have.
I would say it's having fun.
Yeah.
Truly, just go in and have fun. Like if I go in and it feels like, oh, this is just not working. This is hard. I don't like how this sounds. Like that's not a good mental place to be in. I think you have to be realistic with yourself sometimes if you're listening back and something doesn't sound good. But um, I do my best work when I'm having fun and having a good time. Yeah. So
I love that.
going in
Well,
there and having fun.
yeah. Well, last thing, what else do we have to look forward to coming up from you? Because I know that you're always working on something.
Yeah, I got Kaiju number 8 season 2 coming. So that comes out in July. Mid-June, there's a video game coming out called Date Everything. Three of my peers, three fellow voice actors, Robbie Damon, Max Middleman, and Ray Chase formed a video game company. It's about 7 years ago, and they created a dating sim that's like a cozy game where you can date every object in your house. You can romance it and then turn it into a person and have a relationship. It's hilarious, a wild concept for a game. And even when I talk about it, I'm like, I promise you, it's wholesome and fun. It's not weird. But I play, my character was just announced for that. I play a guy named Cam, who is the trash can. So Trash Cam is what they call him. So you can romance your garbage can, voiced by me. So I have that coming, of course, JJK season 3, and then all of the remaining episodes of season 2 and 3 of Tokyo Revengers just dropped a couple weeks ago on Hulu and Disney Plus internationally. So those are all there and available. Oh, and you can also catch me as a character named Kuro in a show called The Fable, which is currently airing on Hulu as well.
Amazing. Well, you're doing it, man, at a super high level. Proud of all the things that you're doing. Keep it up, and we'll look forward to talking to you again very, very soon.
Appreciate you, dude. Thank you so
All
much,
right,
man.
thanks so much. Okay,
All
bye-bye.
right.